Welcome to another crash course in Warframe. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Boar shotgun, whose tooltip reads, for a few glorious seconds, the Boar provides maximum close range carnage and will blow the buttholes off of anything that dares stand in its way. Okay, I added the last part, but it couldn't be more true. The Boar is currently available on the market for 50,000 credits or 225 platinum. It's important to note, though, that it requires Mastery Rank 2 to wield. So while most of you have already made your first shotgun a strun, you're probably curious if this would be a viable upgrade. Well, for the purpose of demonstrating the full range of power this weapon can provide you, here are the mods I'll be using off and on throughout this video. Feel free, though, to experiment with whatever combination better suits your playstyle, but keep in mind that there are currently no polarity slots on the Boar, so you may have to use handfuls of low rank mods to maximize its potential. The wiki states that the Boar shoots 5 pellets, but as you can see here on the left, that is not the case. We can clearly see 6 points of impact. Now, this number may fluctuate as tweaks and hotfixes come out, but in general, the Boar will always fire fewer pellets than both the Strun and the Heck. Why? Because it easily makes up for it in rate of fire. Now let's take a look at how this weapon performs over increasing distances. Like any shotgun, we get maximum destruction at close range, but the effectiveness of the unmodded Boar quickly tapers off as a result of its lack of pellets. Because of this, I'd recommend utilizing the power of the multi-shot mod, as it will simply fill in the blanks. By the third or fourth backflip, you see that the unmodded Strun has lost all effectiveness, but the multi-shot and fire rate support on the right show that it would still be pretty great at clearing out swarms of light armored enemies. Beyond this though, we're pretty much left with laughable results on the left and a pretty light show on the right. All of this is to be expected of a shotgun, save the Heck, which we'll be covering in a future video. Now here are some pros and cons on the Boar's performance. Obviously its fire rate is incredible, and when modded it can punch holes in ancients in a single drum. But of course the downside is that you'll quickly find yourself burning through your ammo reserves. And while it spews destruction at close range, its giant cone of fire, the largest of the available shotguns, means you're gonna have to really pay attention and manage your distance from your target. So obviously those that love getting headshots with shotguns will absolutely loathe the Boar. Although once again, with the exception of the Heck, I don't see why anybody would be getting a shotgun to do headshots. For these reasons, I'd recommend pairing the Boar with any sidearm that maintains decent accuracy over distance, staying away from the Bronco and Twin Vipers, for example, in favor of using a Lex, Bolto, or Viper. In the end, though, the Boar is so ridiculous that it should almost be considered a novelty. And if you're already sporting a Strun, I'd recommend just sticking with that until you get within Heck buying range. Unless, of course, you have credits or plat to burn, in which case, go for it. But if you have the mods for it, the Boar can be an extremely valuable asset to any team versus almost any enemy faction. Just make sure you pick the appropriate sidearm, because you won't actually get much use out of the Boar outside of those few glorious seconds.